Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to grow some vegetable chrysanthemum. So I have a tent right now that is just growing only cucumbers, and the cucumbers are not big enough to take over the entire place. So I have extra space over here, and I'm going to utilize all the space I can so that I don't waste any room. So here is my 4x4 tent, and that is my SpectreLED, the Phaser 660. I'm growing cucumbers, and I have this container here that I'm going to grow maybe 4 chrysanthemum, the vegetable varieties, and I have everything gathered and ready to begin the seeds starting process. So let's go ahead and begin. So you can find this exact container at Home Depot. There are many different sizes that you can choose from, and you will also need some rock wool cubes, and I will list out everything you need, so check in the description and find the links. I'm going to use a 2-inch net cup. So here are my seeds. I collected a bunch of seeds this past few months when I was growing the plants outside. It produced a gazillion seeds here. So these are probably thousands and thousands of seeds in here. Okay, so anyway, to cut down the filming time, I already went ahead and soaked the rock wool in water. There's nothing special. All I did was pour water onto the rock wool and allow it to soak it up. And now we can begin adding our seeds. So usually when I start the vegetable chrysanthemum, I put a lot of seeds because some of them would not sprout. So I would make multiple slots right here, just all over the place wherever you want. You can always thin them out. So don't be afraid to put a bunch of seeds and then just thin them out later. If you put a few seeds, they don't sprout and you just waste your time. Okay, so here are my seeds, and I will show you what they look like. You see, they're very tiny, and that's what they look like. So what we're going to do is put a bunch of seeds in each hole. Okay, you see, I placed a bunch because not all of these seeds are going to sprout, so it's always a good idea to put more because I have so many. And if they have multiple that sprouted, we're just gonna cut the ones we don't need. So thin them out, close it up a little bit so that they can make contact with the water inside the rock wool, like so. And I usually like to spray a little bit more water on top just in case. Okay, and then we'll place this on top and leave it there until they sprout it. So we'll check back and see how long it will take for these guys to sprout. Okay, it has been 34 days now, and my vegetable chrysanthemum are doing amazing. You're probably wondering why the plants are not in the tent, and we had a small change of plan. The container I was using to put these plants in had a leak. So it almost killed the plants after a few days that I found out. The leak was very, very small, so it took a few days for the water to drop. And then I found out, and it was a mess in the tent, so I had to clean everything out. So in order to save the plant, I kind of took it outside and put it into this bucket here, and the roots were kind of slightly dried, and it took a while for it to come back, but it did made it back, and everything is alive again. So that was what happened. This is why it's not inside the tent, and because I didn't really want to trash the effort, I think this would be great for you guys to see that even growing this in a Kratky method outside, it still worked. So the temperature has to be right, because if it is too hot, it's gonna dry up very quickly, and you're gonna have to come out constantly to fill it up so that the roots can touch the bottom. And if you don't do that, it'll dry up, just like how the leak caused the roots to dry. But right now we are getting really good temperature. It's super windy right now, but this is the reason why it's still alive. So let me show you the root system. You see here? And because the bucket is kind of like translucent, it's orange, so lights can get through, and that is why you see those algae there. So the algae would not be too much of a problem, but once they take over, then it becomes a problem. So the thing with this is, because it's in a 5-gallon bucket, what I normally do is I use a black bucket, but I ran out of black buckets, so that's why I use this as a last resort to try to save these plants. So you can always get another bucket, lift the lid, and then rinse off all of the thing. Just spray water at it, and then it'll get rid of most of the algae, and then refill the bucket and then put it right back. So when you refill, you see there's certain line that you cannot cover. So the top part is the air root, the bottom part is the water root. So when you refill, you cover the entire root system, the plants are gonna drown and they will die. So normally, you see where the level is, try to refill at that same level, or just an inch above it, no more than that, because if you do more than that, they will drown. Because this is a non-circulating, some people call it Kratky, non-circulating method, so there's no oxygen being pumped to the roots. So if you cover the air roots, that you can tell it's their air root because they have fuzzes on them. There's little hair that you can see, and those are the roots that take up oxygen within the gap of the container. So anyway, that is the vegetable chrysanthemum that we attempted to grow indoor, but there was that leak problem, so that's why. So anyway, guys, as I mentioned, I didn't want to trash it. So if you want to see the experiment again, I'm going to redo it with a different container that does not have a leak. Maybe we'll use that one. So I hope you enjoyed the video and get some information out of this, and we'll definitely do that experiment again if there are interest. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.